just going to go to the last one here, and it's actually, I like to do at least one or two stories with y'all, and this is going to be a Reddit Am I the Asshole? It's entitled, Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Boyfriend Because He Bought His Female Best Friend Lingerie as a Joke? I'm going to say that nigga dumb, and he probably did it to himself, but let's read the story. Maybe there's context that I'm missing. My boyfriend, 28 male, and I, 24 female, have been together for a year and a half. I love him a lot, and he has been pretty amazing to me. He's also the sort of person who has lots of friends, and his close friends are pretty much family. He also loves to joke and play these harmless pranks on his friends, which sometimes makes me feel weird. Just for context, he has 2 female friends and 3 male friends. This is about my boyfriend and one of his friends, Claire, 28 female. Claire is a nice woman, and we are friendly. We are friendly. Interesting. That already makes me feel like he probably should have known that his girlfriend is about Claire. But let's see. My boyfriend has also never ignored me in favor of his friends or talked over me in front of them, which is why I don't understand if I'm in the right. Okay, so that's already a good sign that he doesn't choose them over her. They, my boyfriend's friends, had recently escalated. Try that again. They, my boyfriend's friends, had recently escalated. My boyfriend's friends, had a recently escalated prank fight. I had made it clear to my boyfriend that I'm not good at jokes and I'm rather stiff, and he said he would keep me out of it. Claire, my boyfriend, and another friend, Kyle, 27 male, even have a huge throwing water balloons fight in Kyle's backyard. Then my boyfriend got pranked with dye in his body wash. Damn, that's fucked up. Then Kyle got pranked by Claire, something about whipping cream and oven mitts. But the issue was when my boyfriend bought a red lacy lingerie set and planned to put it in Claire's room the next time he went over there. There's more story, but I would really love to know what the context of doing that is. It because, like, you know, is she the type of woman that doesn't do that sort of thing? Because already I don't see how this is really a prank. Anyway, I said it was a tacky prank, and why would he buy lingerie? None of the previous pranks have been of this kind, and it makes me really uncomfortable. I also felt like if I was Claire, I would feel gross about it. But my boyfriend got mad and defensive and told me Claire is cool like that, and she would think it's funny. I admit I got a bit weirded out when he calls Claire extremely beautiful and jokes about how she has always been way out of his league. Oh boy, and there it is. But I thought it was nothing, and they were like family, so I guess it was their thing. However, the lingerie prank had me put my foot down, and I said that he was wrong to give another woman lingerie, so no matter who, when he had a girlfriend. That makes sense. Okay. We fought, and I said I wanted to break up, which he didn't want to, and I said that I was just... We fought, and I said I wanted to break up, which he didn't want to, and I said that I was just overreacting. He said that I was too conservative and needed to open my mind when he had never given me a reason to be insecure. Claire called me and said that she and my boyfriend have been friends for a long time, and inside jokes are just that, and I'll learn with more age. I still feel weird about this. My best friend is supportive of me no matter what I do, but I've started to feel like I'm blowing this out of proportion. My boyfriend says that the fact that he told me and didn't hide it from me shows that I'm the problem. I've started to feel like I've blown this out of proportion, and maybe it's my fault I can't take a joke. I really feel awful about the whole thing. Am I the asshole? There's an edit, but just from the initial stuff that I see here, I get her insecurity. I think that, like, and her being upset about this. If you have to be really careful in how you use your language. So to say, Claire's extremely beautiful, Claire's out of my league, and you've been friends this long, when you say out of my league, the subtle subtext there is, if I was in her league, I would give it a shot. And so, like, that's the only thing there that, like, words have meaning, whether or not you see them that way. I can understand her concern. Now, I think if it had been, like, shitty lingerie, that might have been a little funny. I don't even know what the joke is there. Again, if it's a situation where, like, if maybe she got caught where she had on lingerie and her parents walked in, and she was trying to like hook up with a college boyfriend or something, and so the joke here was like, oh, it looked like the ones you, then that would be funny or whatever. But to just leave lingerie is just weird. I don't know. That's a weird thing. Now, to that point, I do think unless there's other evidence that he's talking about that has set her off, and I think calling her extremely beautiful and out of the league is enough to plant a seed there. It's a little close. Reminds me of the Friends episode. Yes, I'm a nigga that watches Friends. Shut up. The Friends episode where you had one of the dudes that Rachel was hooking up with was really touchy-feely with his sister. And at first it was like, oh, they kind of tickle each other or whatever. But then, like, at one point they started kissing. Like, now it's like, okay, this is more Alabama than, New York right now. But anyway, let's read the edit, and then I want to know your thoughts for sure. The people asking what the prank is with the lingerie, apparently it's an inside joke about her during their college days. She had some problems with the color red, and the lingerie would have just given her a shock of some kind, I guess. I told my boyfriend it was cruel, but he said it wasn't a trauma thing, just an inside joke. Claire also said over the phone that the lingerie thing was just an inside joke of their college days. All right. The red would give... She had some problems with the color red? Like, was this bitch in the Crips? What are we talking about? What do you mean you had problems with the color red? All right. Maybe she fucked a Kappa, didn't call back? I don't know. It's interesting. Seems like a stupid joke, but it's their inside joke. I would say, girl, if you're that insecure and like what, you got 4 years apart, you've been together for a year and a half. You're at that position where you're invested, but it's not you've been together 4 or 5 years or some shit like that. If this is already too much for you, then I would say get out, because I wouldn't suggest somebody ditching their friends. You should start putting your partner, if you're trying to make this person your wife, your husband, your spouse, your partner, whatever, there should be a point where they should become number one priority in your life, but that doesn't mean you throw everything else out. So if you're really this uncomfortable with it now, then I would say bounce. I'm sure you're not watching this. That's fine. But what do you think, y'all? Do you think that she's doing a little much? Or, is she the asshole for wanting to bounce? Or, is it fine? Or is she spot on with it? Let me know in the comments, man.